lurking in the shadows is the corporate slasher, walking through the streets of Sacramento. And some people will say, Nick, you're so judgy these days. You know what I have to say to you? Go bite a biscuit. Yeah, you heard me. Now, this is a response to a comment on a video I made called Balding at 37, What Do I Do for a Living? Our good friend Hans Redgate1 had this to ask, quote, Nick, how are you so productive? How do you manage your time when you have all of these things going on, but also have family commitments? End quote. That's a mature, intelligent question, and I'm grateful that you asked, and I'm grateful that there's people to watch this video to learn ultimately my answer to this question. Because it is true. Imagine if you're me. Let me take you through a day in the life. I wake up at 5:30. I get ready for work. I drop off my kids at daycare by 6:30. I drive 30 minutes to work. I work 8 hours, plus I get a 30-minute break where I shoot videos in the parking lot for your entertainment. Then I go home. Then I entertain the kids while my wife makes dinner. Then I hurry up and eat the dinner, which I barely have time to eat because the kids are going crazy. And then we have to do dishes while I entertain the kids too, get them to bed. Then I have an hour or two of SEO work that I do for my third job. And then sometimes I even will do some more videos in the home studio of my living room. And I do that every day. And don't think that the weekends are any kind of break. In fact, the weekends are more work because I'm taking care of 2 kids all day while we run errands and try to do meals and deal with naps. So yeah, that's a good question. And Hans, I like you a lot. You asked an intelligent question. How in the world do I do a full-time job? My wife does a full-time job. We share a full-time job. I have 2 YouTube channels. I have a blog which is just as popular in the blog world as these videos are on YouTube. And I'm making money from all these things, but obviously time is money. How do I have the time for it? And so I'm going to answer that question. Ultimately, I feel that it comes down to 5 points that maybe make me special so that I can do these things. And again, for naysayers, for conspiracy theorists, I am in California. That's a palm tree. Deal with it. All right. Here are the 5 ways. Ultimately, it comes down to me being more disciplined than most people. That's really the answer. That's what it comes down to. In no particular order. Here's the first one. Number 1, how do I have time for this? All of my hobbies make me money. Let me repeat that. All of my hobbies make me money. You know, when people people in the real world, when they find out all the things I do to make money, they say, well, what do you do for fun? And I say, what are you talking about for fun? I make money for fun. That's all I do. Everything I do is linked to me making money. Because I want to retire early. I want to pay off the house early and outsmart the corporate America system, which I am part of. But if I outsmart it, then I think that is a smart way to live your life. Okay? So all of my hobbies make me money. There's nothing I do for fun that doesn't make me money. Even on vacation in California, in Sacramento, with my family, I've got that free car that they've given me. We're going to be going on road trips. I'm basically representing certain brands here. I'm making them money. They help the popularity of my blog. My blog makes me money because of the SEO. Then I got other companies that'll pay me hundreds of dollars at a time just to do a guest blog post, right? So even on vacation, obviously, what do you think I'm doing right now? I'm taking a break. What am I doing right now by taking a break from my family? Am I going off to watch Netflix? Am I going out? No, I'm making these videos so that I can make money. All, and I mean all of my hobbies include making money, and I don't have anything beyond any kind of hobby that doesn't make me money. So no, I don't have much time for things like Netflix. That's my life, and I accept it. Number 2, I am a rare specimen in that I'm a masculine male who is not into sports. I do not care about sports. Sports are a waste of time. Just like Jerry Seinfeld said, caring about sports is like arguing about laundry. These players on these teams, they trade all the time. They swap teams. You're cheering for laundry. You're spending hours of your week watching laundry. You're spending money on tickets and games and memorabilia for laundry. It means nothing. Sports is a waste of time, energy, and money. I believe in exercise, obviously, but sports, waste of time. Most men, though, they have time for that in their schedule because everything I do makes me money. Even when I'm sleeping, which these videos you're watching while I'm sleeping, make me money. If I had time for sports, I would not be able to do that. We can all agree that most masculine men in America care about sports. I am an exception, therefore I make money on the side while other men are watching sports, paying money and time. I am taking advantage of that time in my life to make money in other ways. Because sports doesn't make you money unless you're one of the few that actually play sports professionally. And let's face it, that's not most of us. Number 3, I'm going to get judgy. Remember, I, the corporate slasher, say porn actually is quite a distraction, quite an attack to your identity, rewires your brain, hurts your confidence. And what does it say that someone who's as productive as I am? Obviously, I've got a formula that works. All these things ultimately lead to me being more productive and less distracted. See, that's the thing. I said in the beginning of this video that I'm a very disciplined person. We all have to agree that I am, right? But not having pornography in my life is a big part of that too. And most men cannot say that about themselves, especially most people watching my channel. Nick, you're so preachy. Well, then unsubscribe. All right, next. I'm a vegan. And again, how many male vegans do you know ever? Maxwell Smart is one, and I am one, and those are the only two you've ever heard of. We're very rare because most men, especially American men, especially masculine American men, believe this stupid, ignorant lie. Well, how do you get any protein? You got to eat beef and pork and bacon. Meanwhile, look at me. Do I look underweight to you? Of course not, because I eat vegetables, fruits, beans, grains, nuts, and seeds. I have plenty of protein going on and I'm not underweight and I'm healthy. I used to not be healthy. I used to have eczema. I used to have extreme sinus and allergy and even pet allergies, and it all went away, and it's been away for over 5 years. What does that tell you though? It tells you that I am less distracted. I'm more disciplined on stuff. So how do I have time for this? One thing is I keep my meals very simple. My health is all in order. I keep everything very simple. I don't have to worry about being distracted by tummy aches or getting food poisoning or having any kind of health issues. I have no health issues. That's because if you have health issues, that's one more thing to get in the way. And you're thinking, well, Nick, I'm 20. I don't care. Yeah, but I'm 37 and I do. And if you're lucky in 17 years, who cares how much hair you'll have? Hopefully you'll be as healthy as I am. I'm exceptionally healthy for an American male, 37. And I do not have time for health issues in my life. Being a vegan is a preventative idea that most American men are not intelligent to make because they believe the lies, the conspiracy, the dip. That didn't really make any sense. That you have to have eggs and meat and dairy in order to be healthy. Most people don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to believe the truth. All right, next. Nick, you're so preachy. Unsubscribe. I already said that. All right, lastly, less sleep. Obviously, I get less sleep than probably a lot of men out there in general. I mean, it's the only way I'm going to fit in all of this productivity is for me to sleep a little less. So there are, even last week, there were several nights, actually the last 2 weeks, several nights where I stayed up till 1:30 in the morning making YouTube videos for both of my channels. And then I had to get up at 5:30. So I slept like 3 or 4 hours, a couple of nights in a row, even including the night that I flew out here to California. That was another one where I just slept 3 hours. But for me, if in the end I can pay off my house early and outsmart this idea of what the American dream is, which is not slaving away your entire adult life. It's being a super slave for part of it so that you don't have to be a slave for your whole life. So that's how I do it. In review, I'm a more disciplined American man than most are. How do I do it? All of my hobbies make me money. I'm not into sports. I don't involve myself in pornography. I'm a vegan, and I get less sleep than most people. But for me, it's worth it. And I don't think most people have what it takes to be me. And that's why I am the corporate Thrasher.